mental health and spiritual health, because mental health is spiritual health. Hey, I want to show you something on this creek real quick before we get started. Look at it. I'm walking through the grass now to try to get you to it. This is the creek. It doesn't really move, and it's been freezing the whole time. Yet it looks like it melted here. It's been below freezing for days, but now today this part has melted, and I want to know if anybody knows why that would be. Why would that happen? After it was frozen, it's now melted. It's really strange. Anyway, thanks for joining my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We're going to be in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 34 through 40. Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 34 through 40. And I know, it's 2 weeks after Christmas, but I'm tripping. But I want to talk about the spirit of Christmas. I'm calling it the spirit of love. It is the spirit of Christmas. And it's coming out of Matthew chapter 25. And also I want to remind you, I can help you be happy no matter what your situation is in life. It's kind of like that new artwork that I showed everybody on my live last night about attitude. How you feel your life is 90% your attitude and 10% of what happens to you. But it's 90% of how you react to it and your attitude toward it. So I can actually help you change your mind from anxiety, sadness, loneliness, whatever it is, depression, to one of happiness. That's true. I can help you do that. You're going to have to do some work to get there, but you can wake up one morning and like a light switch, your baseline thinking or your base feeling will be happy. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me. That's how I can help people. I did it to myself, and I know I can help you too. So I'm not a counselor or therapist. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm not even a pastor, not yet. I keep saying that because I want to speak what I want to be. I'm not a pastor yet, but I can help people. All right. Thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about Christmas instead of the spirit of Christmas. I'm calling it the spirit of love. But I want you guys to see, I keep coming out here because I know it doesn't connect, but I want you to see the sunrise. It is absolutely beautiful out here right now. So there's a big field here next to this fence line and some woods, and then this frozen creek, which I showed you some melted areas of the creek. Capri Sun, where do I live? Oh, this is Central Ohio. Very cold. It's 14 degrees, which is minus 10 Celsius. And Central Ohio is kind of Columbus, Ohio area, which is the capital of Ohio in the United States. Where are you, Capri Sun? I used to drink that when I was a kid, Capri Sun. You sound like you're somewhere warm. This is freezing, but it's beautiful. All right, we're going to talk about Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 through 40, the spirit of love. It's really the spirit of Christmas. But we're 2 weeks after Christmas, but the spirit of Christmas is the spirit of love. We're going to get into why that is. Here's the key verse, verse 40. Whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. Whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. Now, the reason you can say the spirit of Christmas is, when you really feel like you're very happy and you feel like everyone's happy and joyful and helping each other and opening up doors for each other and things like that. It's like around Christmas time, right? Everyone's just so happy and excited and being nice and kind to each other and doing things for each other. I don't know why that is. I mean, I even do that more so than normal. It's just like the time of year, the spirit of Christmas. But why can't it be like that all the time? You know? I think we can do that all the time, not just during the Christmas season. And ways to do that are in this passage. Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 through 40. Let's see where Annie is. She's kind of lost here. Annie, where'd you go? I think she's just in the... Even though like the grass isn't full... Oh, there's a huge bird. That might be a hawk, guys. That's not flapping like a buzzard. It could even be an eagle. There's eagles around here too. Oh, that was cool. That was a sweet bird. I wish it came over here. It went over to the other tree line. I don't know if you guys saw that. Hey, thanks, Capri Sun. I appreciate it. All right. Why can't it always feel like Christmas time? Doing things for each other. Well, it can be. It can be. So, when Jesus was telling another story, he was talking and he said, it was a story about the king, about basically God. And he said, whatever you did, whenever you saw someone hungry, you gave me food. This is God talking. Whenever you saw someone thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. So when I was hungry, God's saying, you gave me food. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me in. When I was ill or sick, you cared for me. And when I was in prison, you visited me. And then the righteous people are saying to God, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and give you food? When did we ever see you thirsty and give you something to drink? Oh my gosh, look how beautiful this is. When did we ever... Hey, Noctis the cat, good morning. Bendiciones, I don't know what that means. Oh, blessings, thank you. Buenos dias. Please subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Hey Marty, what's going on? If you guys haven't already subscribed, it's so beautiful out here. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys can see this. So anyway, the people are talking to God. If I was a stranger, when were you ever a stranger, God? And we welcomed you in. Or sick and we cared for you. Or in prison and visited you. And the king, the God, said what Matthew wrote, 25 verse 40. Whatever you did for one of the least of these, you did for me. So what he's saying is, they hadn't actually done these things for Christ himself, right? But he says that we did. So why don't we, I'm encouraging myself too, why don't we do this and express this attitude? I call it, it's like a festive attitude or a happy attitude. Why don't we do that all the time instead of just the Christmas season? That's what God calls us to do. The number one commandment. When they were asking him, when the Pharisees, they were always trying to trick Jesus and stuff like that. And they said, what is the greatest commandment of the 10 commandments? And Jesus said, love your God with all your soul and all your heart and all your strength. And he said the second one is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And elsewhere, Jesus said, I am telling you to love your enemies. So basically, love God and love others. love God and the second one is like it, love others. So when we're loving others, we're actually also loving God. When we're taking care of other people, we're also taking care of God. Jesus told us this in Matthew chapter 25. So try thinking of it that way, and let's go out today and help a bunch of people. Hold the door open for people. Things like that. Smile, say good morning, good afternoon, whatever, and let's just see what happens. Let's pretend it's Christmas, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Because the spirit of Christmas is really the spirit of love. And that's God. You know, think about it. Love God with all your soul, heart, and strength. And love others as yourself. Love, that's what it's all about. I have a beautiful nose. My nose is so big and it's so cold right now. It's been broken so many times, but I thank you, ESP Solo. Hey, thanks, Noctis the cat. I appreciate your comments, guys. Thanks for subscribing too. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. I get out here every morning. I don't care what the temperature's like, if it's snowing or it's raining. I've been really cold out here, but it gets me up. It's something good. And it's a good way to start the day when we talk about God's word. Here's the sunrise again, guys. Check this out. It's amazing out here. So beautiful. So beautiful. There was even some kind of hawk or eagle that flew above. I wish I would have got a better view of it for you guys. This is just so cool. There's a field on one side, you know, that's defined by rows of trees. And then Annie and I are over here on the other side of the fence and this frozen creek. The frozen creek's so beautiful. But at the beginning I showed you there were like parts in the middle of the creek that were melted, and I don't know why. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Noctis the cat. That's awesome. Yeah, talk about God. He's just so awesome. He's so unbelievable, actually. All the little evidence and clues that he left for us, like it's impossible not to believe in God and not to believe in Jesus Christ. What he did is amazing, and look at the world that he put us in. In fact, at the end of the world, and then when we all come back and he rules this world, we get to live in this beautiful world, I think. And it'll probably even be more beautiful than what it is now. Oh, it's such a glorious morning. Isn't it, Annie? What are you doing? Whoa, sorry guys, she's flying by me. She keeps running back and forth and back and forth. What do you say, Annie? Annie. What do you say? Annie. It's good morning, isn't it? There she goes. She's looking at the sunset too. She just stops and looks at the sunset. She thinks it's beautiful. And it sure is. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get up to the sunrise. There we go. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And hey, if you ever feel down or depressed or anxious, or maybe that's your baseline. She is having a great time, ESP Solo. You know, if you want to be happy all the time, I can help you do that. I'm not a therapist or counselor, or psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm not even a pastor. But I can get you to a point where one day you wake up and the baseline of your mind is happiness, and you feel happy regardless of your situation. And I did it to myself, and that's why I know I can help other people do it. even PTSD. People with PTSD, I can help. I know that. So reach out to me if you would like to, because I'd like to try to help some people and then get some good feedback and reviews, and then maybe that's something that I'll be doing in my life, is helping other people overcome things like PTSD and depression and anxiety through this method. So thanks for joining. Again, if you haven't already subscribed or liked this video, please do so. I really appreciate you guys being here. I love coming out here in the morning. And I hope to see you tonight. I usually get on at 8 p.m. at night just for the heck of it. 8 p.m. Eastern time. But then again, I'm back on before 8 in the morning, before sunrise, because I like to share the sunrise with you guys. And I'm encouraging you to share the spirit of love, like Matthew talks about, we talked about in Matthew chapter 25, verses 34 through 40. Okay? Let's just help other people today and see how we feel at the end of the day. All right? It'll feel like try to make it feel like Christmas again. All right, thanks ESP Solo. Where you joining from? It's a beautiful sunrise, isn't it? Holy cow. It's an amazing morning. All right. Thanks, Noctis. Texas. Oh, awesome. Texas is beautiful. All right, guys. Noctis, the cat, where are you from? Texas. Oh, sweet. Nice, guys. Thanks for joining. Hey, keep Jesus in your heart. Let's share him today. Like he's sharing the sunrise with us right now. All right? Please subscribe, and we'll see you either tonight or tomorrow morning. Peace. Oh, there's another hawk.